Hi all. Look at that phrase, okay? From smart tool to digital co-worker. From the last decade, we have been living in an era of smart tool. We have app that remind us to drink water, software that predicts our cell, and chatbot that can write decent poems. But here's the truth: a tool is still something you have to pick up and use. If you don't touch it, it does nothing. But look at the bottom of the slide. I have written it's less clicking, more thinking. Okay, so we are crossing a bridge today. We are moving away from the tool that waits for a command and moving towards the digital co-workers. Imagine a teammate who doesn't just report that a server is down, but actually goes in, diagnoses the issue, fix it, and sends you the summary while you are finishing your morning coffee. That is agentic AI. It's not an artificial intelligence, it's actionable intelligence for me. I'm Amit Gujarati, and today we are starting a new series on agentic AI. A lot of people were asking for this series. I'm not here to show you a new piece of software. I'm here to introduce you a new workforce. Welcome to the age of the agentic AI agents. And let's get started. All right. So let's get under the hood. Okay, what actually makes an AI agentic? If we look at the left side of the screen, you will see the four pillars of an AI agent. It gathers information, it makes decision, it executes action, and most importantly, it learns. It's not just a script running in a loop, it's a system that reasons. But I know what you are thinking. That sounds like a fancy word of saying automation. Let me make it simple for you, okay? Think about Google Map. That is a traditional AI. It's brilliant. It tells you exactly where to go, it shows you the traffic, and it gives you a direction also. But you still have to drive the car. You are the one doing the work. The AI is just the map. Now think about an Uber driver. That is agentic AI. When you get into the Uber, you don't tell the driver, turn left in 200 feet, then merge right. You give them a goal. Get me to the airport by 9 a.m. The driver perceives the traffic, reasons that the highway is blocked, act by taking a back road and drop you off the terminal. They don't ask you for permission every 30 seconds. They say, relax, I got this. So this is the shift we are making. We are moving from providing direction to our software to providing goals to the our agent. They plan the step, they coordinate the tools, and they solve the problem end to end, all while staying safely within a guardrails we have built for them. So the question isn't what can AI tell me anonymously. Uh, the question is what can my AI agent do for me today? Now that we know what an agent is, okay, let's talk about how does the machine actually think its way through a problem. Okay, it follows four-step loop. Okay, and that you and I use every single day. Okay, think about a Friday night. Okay, you are tired, the fridge is empty, and it's pouring rain outside. That is you perceiving your environment. Okay, you are gathering data. For an AI agent, this is the same thing. It's ingesting API logs, reading user tickets, checking your system state, past records. Okay, it's look it's looking at the world and saying, okay, that's what's happening right now. The next steps comes is a reason. The next you reason. You think I'm too tired to cook, but I want something healthy. Okay, you're formulating a plan. In the AI world, this is where the large language model, the LLM, acts as an orchestrator. It doesn't just jump into the action, it analyzes the context and build a step-by-step plan to solve your request. Then comes the act. You open the app, pick the salad, and hit order. You have executed the plan. For our AI agent, this is where the magic happens. It triggers the workflow, updates the database, and sends the message. It's not just talking anymore, it's doing. But here's the secret sauce, the last step, learn. You eat the salad, it's delicious, right? And next time when you're hungry, you just hit reorder without even thinking. You have learned from the outcomes. This is the data flywheel. Every time an agent acts, it captures the result. What is a success? Was it a failure? It uses that data to define its logic for the next time. So agentic AI doesn't just think, it remembers how things went last time to get better every day. We aren't just building static software anymore. We are building systems that grow wiser with every single task they complete. This is the power of loop. So, up to now, everything we have talked about might sound impressive, okay, but also theoretical, right? Okay, so let me be very clear. Agentic AI is not the future idea. It's already running a real operation every day, and it's happening every day, everywhere, okay, in every field, okay. This is where AI stops being a chatbot and start being an operator. So I have just formulated a few examples, not specifically service example, so that you can relate, okay. But you will get more insights of how the AI agent works, okay. So let's start with the healthcare, where every second matters, right? Traditionally, when the patient admission spike, chaos follows, okay. Phone rings, spreadsheet opens, someone tries to guess how many nurses are needed, okay. With an agentic AI in place, something very different happens. Okay, the agent detects admission spike automatically. It coordinates staff scheduling dynamically, who is available, who is on break, who is on call. It orders medical supplies in the real time based on actual usage and not estimates. And here's the key part: administration administrator are only notified when something is truly critical. Okay, no panic cause, no spreadsheet chaos, just calm, coordinate care. If we think from a manufacturing field, okay, in the old world, machine fail first and then human reacts, okay. With agentic AI, the machine speaks first. The agent monitors telemetry 24 by 7, temperature, vibration, pressure. It predicts the future using historical patterns. It schedules maintenance during planned downtime, not production hours, and it orders spare parts before the breakdown even happens. So instead of firefighting, you get foresights. Or I would like to say, okay, fixing the problem before the machine even complains. Now imagine the third scenario. Imagine this at a city scale, okay? An agentic AI which monitors traffic congestion in real time. It adjusts signal timings automatically to create bottleneck. It reroutes buses and public transportation dynamically, and when needed, it dispatches emergency service instantly with the fast possible route. No human sitting in a control room manually clicking buttons. The city itself is responding. The result: less honking, more memory. And the same is applied to the retail, to IT segment. IT segment will be the first one, right? Okay. So across healthcare, manufacturing, cities, and retail, the pattern is the same. Agentic AI doesn't wait to be asked. It doesn't just inform. It acts, adapts, and optimizes end to end. This is what happens when intelligence meets autonomy. Okay. So what are the benefits? Okay. So why should we care about agentic AI? Okay. What's the real payoff here? First, agentic AI smashes productivity ceiling. Okay. We all have the limits. Okay. We can only read so many emails, update so many spreadsheets, and attend so many meetings. But AI agents, they don't have any limits. One agent can do work of multiple dashboard, multiple workflows, and multiple manual handoffs simultaneously. It's like hiring a tireless digital teammate who never need coffee. Collaboration at scale. Okay. Second, agent don't work in silos. Okay, they collaborate with human, with other agents, and across system. They share context. They coordinate tasks. They eliminate the dreaded phrases. I don't know that team was already working on it, right? The and third, agent see the big picture. Okay, they pull data from finance, HR, IT, and customer service all at once. They understand end-to-end process, can identify root causes, not just symptoms. uh, they are not just fixing tickets, they are fixing the system. The bottom line: agentic AI gives you your time back. It allows you to stop being data mover and start being a decision maker. Okay, you get to focus on strategy, creativity, and human connections that actually requires a human heart and soul. Now, uh, as we have talked about benefits, but every coin has two sides. Okay, let's talk about the limitations also. Okay, now I'd be bad expert if I told you that it all sunshine and rainbows. Okay, there are limitations, and we need to be honest about them. First, One is agent learns from data, okay, and data can be incomplete, biased, or just plain wrong. Agentic AI is powerful, but it's not fire and forget. We must stay in loop. We are the pilots, and the AI is just the incredibly talented co-pilot. But we never let go of the control. Second, AI doesn't have a moral compass. Okay, it has a math equation. At the end, it's a machine, right? It doesn't intently understand human values, moral nuance, or cultural context. That's why we must define the policies, the guardrails, and the approval checkpoints. We teach the agent what good looks like. And the third, a small error can cascade at scale. If you tell an agent to clean up a database without clear instruction, okay, it might decide the easiest way to do that. It's it will go and delete everything. Okay, we have seen this particular example with the Replit. It was all over the news, right? Automation amplifies both brilliance and mistakes. So we must design with care, test rigorously, and monitor continuously. So these are some of the limitations, okay, for agentic AI thing. Finally, we have to talk about risk, okay? We have to be responsible leaders, okay? So risk, this is a lot of people ask me, okay, with AI, whether our jobs will get vanished, okay? So first, some roles will change, okay? Others will disappear. New roles will emerge. Okay, this was the statement given by one of my mentor. He shared this with me. So job won't vanish. Okay, task will. Our responsibility is to help people upscale, reskill, and transition into the new role that agentic AI creates. Second, if an AI agent makes a decision, who is responsible for it? Is it a developer who built it out, the business owner who requested it out, or the AI itself? Okay. If you ask me, it's us. Okay, we own the outcome. Governance isn't optional; it's essential, right? Third, poorly governed agent can be exploited or manipulated. They could act against the business intent also. Okay, leak sensitive data or make harmful decisions if not properly secured and monitored. So we have to be very, very, very careful on this particular front. Okay, and finally, more intelligence requires more compute. Responsible AI means building efficient model, using them smartly and deploying them with purpose, not just because we can. Agentic AI is a superpower, and as a famous movie once taught us, with great power comes great responsibility. So our job is to build agents that are helpful, ethical, and sustainable. So we are ready to stop chatting with the AI and start building your AI agent workforce. I know I don't generally create theoretical sessions, okay, but with AI agents, everything is important, okay. You first should know what exactly AI agent is, and then you will understand it in a better way. So we'll have couple of theoretical session followed by entire means, practical sessions out there. Okay, I will try to cover whatever I know. So let's get to work, and thank you for your time. Okay, see you all in the next tutorial. Thank you.